The Social Security Administration said it is reinstating a plan to recover 100% of overpayments to beneficiaries. In a statement released late Friday, the administration said in part, quote, "The Office of the Chief Actuary estimates this change will result in an increase in overpayment recoveries of about $7 billion in the next decade." The agency is already required by law to try to take back any money overpaid to recipients. For more on this, CBS MoneyWatch Associate Managing Editor Aimee Picchi joins us now. Aimee, how will the Social Security Administration recover this money, and will it be immediate?
Yeah, it'll be immediate starting after March 27th. So that's what Social Security recipients need to know. And how they'll recover it is they will take 100% of what has been overpaid directly out of the benefit check. So beneficiaries get a check every month. And if you owe, say you get $2,000 a month in your check, if you owe $4,000, they're going to take 100% of your checks. They would take 2 months of your checks, of your benefits. This used to be the policy, and they changed it last year under the Biden administration to cap it at a 10% clawback rate. And the reason why was because there were all these cases of people who were getting their entire benefit check taken. And many of these people rely only on Social Security for their income. So they found themselves completely destitute. They had no money. And these are generally older people, of course, who didn't have money to pay rent, who to pay for food. Some people ended up homeless. And because of the outcry, they changed that policy to a 10% cap on the clawback. And now last week on Friday, Social Security said they were reversing it and going back to the 100% rate. So if you owe a certain amount, they're going to take potentially all of that, your entire check, to get that money back.
So what would you say to people who are on Social Security so they can check to see if they've overpaid or not?
That's a great question. And this is one of the really tricky things about it, is that often people are overpaid and they're not aware of it. The problem is that it's an incredibly complex system. There are 20,000 pages of rules, and it has to do everything about how long you worked, if you're disabled, a lot of different issues there. If you have a spouse, if you're claiming as a spouse, all kinds of different things. When you claim, the age at which you claim. And so sometimes those calculations are done incorrectly, and you can be paid too much, but you might not know. People assume that the government is going to correctly calculate your benefit. The Social Security Administration found in a report last year that in many cases it is their fault why people are being overpaid. The beneficiaries don't know this. They don't know that they're being overpaid until they get a letter saying, hey, you owe $10,000 and we're going to take your checks until that's paid back. And it can be really quite a shock.
Yeah.
I think there are something like 73,000 overpayments in one of the most recent fiscal years that were due to problems with the Social Security Administration miscalculating. So, it's not always your problem, but in other cases, people forget to accurately tell the Social Security Administration if they've earned more money in a certain year, and that can impact your payments too and lead to overpayments. So, if you do have some kind of change in your own situation, like you're earning more money, which can impact your benefits, you need to tell the administration about that and not let that ride, because you could get one of these letters if you don't let them know.
Why are they doing this now?
So they're doing this now. It's part of the Trump administration's push to, as they frame it, to cut fraud and abuse. These are called overpayments, are called improper payments. And like I said, often, it's not fraud. It's just because of a miscalculation, often because the administration's doing it. But by law, they are required to get that money back. It is taxpayers' money that needs to go back into the system. It needs to go to pay for other people's benefits. So they do have to reclaim it. And but the Trump administration is trying to find ways to get more money. They have a lot of tax cuts that they're trying to fund. And so they're really trying to put an effort in, finding ways to get more money available for the system in different ways, the federal system. So this is, seen as part of that effort.
Okay. Aimee Picchi, thank you.
Thank you so much.